Yep. So what we discussed yesterday? Yeah. Anyone?
Regarding the APIs, the URLs, what is the API complete, what all parameters or in the URL, what is called what, and just between the post and put, I mean, what the methods we use,
Right.
and then Jmeter, what we are, what we'll use Jmeter, like,
yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Tejasvi. So Kovur and Sweta?
Yeah, we discussed about error codes and how we will install Jmeter, how to start Jmeter with either jar file or and the libraries, the folders and all.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. So you guys have Google researched about the difference between put and post?
yes.
Yeah. What's the difference, Tejasvi? Just one line.
Yeah, I got only one difference is that when new for the post, when new records get created for the each request, 201 response is will be sent. For a duplication, 409 we can see in the response. Whereas in the put, we can 200 will be getting as usual for the success, but 201 if it is a new again we get new record 201.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
but I did not get much. I did not understand this also.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll discuss now again. Yeah. Kovur, do you got anything? Post and put?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
So what I saw is that with put request, even if we send the same request multiple times, the result will remain the same. Whereas with post, you'll insert multiple records if we send the same request.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sweta, did you get anything?
The same thing I got. The multiple time, yeah. The put, the put request is for multiple. When you send the request, put request multiple times, the result will remain the same. For the post, it will. We'll receive a different results.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So let me share my screen. Okay. So post is nothing but to create a entity in the server, right? Suppose I have one database, right? I want to create one person as, let's say, Tejasvi. So I want to create a person record with Tejasvi and all details. So that one is a post. Okay. So now I want to update Tejasvi city from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Then I will do put. So if I hit post at any number of times, right, it will create that much of records. And if there's no proper validation in the back end, it will keep on creating. But whereas put, if you hit a number of times, it will same. So Tejasvi, you got it now? Put and post.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So whenever you got update, it's put, whereas post, right? So interval this will come. But in the real time in the project, whatever developer is given is, if it's given post, you will run with post. If you given put, you will run put. So only thing is you will check whether really it's post is creating on the database or not, whether put is updating or not. That's what testing will come. Okay. Now let's go to the next thing. Yeah. So as we discussed yesterday, let's take we have Amazon, right? Or anything. So we need a APIs to get into Jmeter script. So what is the way? First way is you can copy from the network tab, or you can do Swagger, or you can use any Excel or PDF. Let's assume that worst case, you don't have anything from the developers. They are simply maintaining somewhere in the emails, somewhere in the rough notes, and you don't have proper information, or they're maintaining the PDF. Now, it's one or two APIs will write manual in the script in the Jmeter, right? But if you have multiple APIs, We can't write it manually because of due to headers and all these things. Right? That's where we'll go for Jmeter recording. Okay. So in this class, I will be using this test request loadmpistol.com. Okay. So this is a URL where I'll be using for purpose for our demo purpose or understanding thing. Okay. This kind of e-commerce application only. Okay. I'm just sharing in the chart. So with this thing, we'll be doing most of the things here. So whatever I did with this application in the home, you have to try with other application. Suppose we did recording today, right? So you do same recording for our other application in the market or your own company office applications, wherever it's allowed and permitted. Okay. Now let's see. So this is the application. So to get the recording or to get the basic script, first you should know what is in the application pages and what you're gonna read. So without a proper knowledge, you can't go for record because you may miss some scenarios, right? Where due to this your script may fail. Okay. So let me refresh this again to see properly. Yeah. Okay. So first I want to do a load testing of this application. So I want to record the application. So why we are doing recording? To get APIs of it. Because Jmeter need only APIs. If your application and if you don't have any APIs, you can't use Jmeter. Okay. So let's see. So first, what is a page record? So this is a home page, or you can say, right, dashboard page. So then I have a login. So let's do login. So you can create with dummy accounts. It will simply register you. Okay. So I'm just using already registered credentials. Okay. So then I got landing page. You can see here it says welcome customer. What are the login? So I'll click on any product. Just any product. Right. So then I'll click on add to cart. So let's refresh again. So there's some bugs in this application. Just refresh here. Again, see we got in the cart, and I will update the quantity. Let's take the 4 and click on 4. 4. Okay, we got 41. This is for validation, right? Okay, we have 4 into 10. We got something like that. Okay, now once you're done with the update, let's go to checkout. And you give some fields. Some just random. Okay. And all ones. You can simply confirm order. Okay, number. Okay, simply confirm order. So let's send it to a valid card. Check OK. Then confirm order. Thank you, our order is placed. Right? Now just click on log out. So this is the flow. So whatever the application you're going to record, right, you should having a knowledge on it. Okay. So that's why one should be familiar with your flow. Because at the time of recording, you can have a smooth flow. Otherwise, you go to this page to that page, you may record extra APIs. When you have extra APIs, it will record it. It will create a problem. Okay, it's clear, right? You should having the flow. Right now, let's go to Jmeter. So to open Jmeter, what you have to do? So first, as I mentioned already, we'll be checking. Yeah. So we'll be checking Java or not. So how will check Java? What is the command?
Java
space minus version. Okay, if I have something Java or not, right, then I can use it, right? So actually we download Java. So I kept a shortcut of this bin folder so that it's easy to go here to open it. Otherwise, I need to go downloads Apache Jmeter and bin folder. Right. So the first way of opening the tool is jmeter.bat. As a Windows, as a Mac or Linux, will be jmeter.sh. You will find sh here also. Okay, this is where is a bat, is a sh. For us as Windows operating system, I'll be using jmeter.bat. So you'll simply double click on it. So once you double click on it, it will open the Jmeter. So why it is opening this command prompt? Why can't it open directly Jmeter?
To check the prerequisites.
Yeah, to check previous like whether Java installed or not, if the
Yes.
versions properly or not. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is our Jmeter. So now Jmeter has a lot of components for recording. As initial, right, you guys are new to Jmeter. If I tell you this component names, it's still little bit difficult to remember. Correct. Once you're practicing, once you're doing for 3 or 4 times, you'll get habituated. Okay, this component is required for recording. Hence, we'll be using a templates here. So what we're using a templates. Okay, so templates is nothing but it's auto-defined components is all required for recording. Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, sorry, it got disconnected due to my internet. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so we'll be having a template so that we can use this template for as of now, till you're comfortable, till you're habituated with the components of Jmeter, till you are handy, right? So in this template, is already have predefined components is required for testing. Okay, so yeah, I'll tell you, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so one way of opening Jmeter is this one. So other way is you can create a shortcut of Jmeter. How to do that? You can create a shortcut on, where is that option? Create a shortcut on desktop or somewhere. You can do that one also. Okay, so other way of opening is, let me close the Jmeter. Okay, so I have to go in bin file, right? Let's go to CMD here. So what is my location now? Current location, I'm in the bin location. Now, if I type Jmeter, so this existing command prompt will ask the prerequisite and it will open the Jmeter. So either you can open a shortcut or you go into bin folder or you can using this command prompt also. Okay, got it? Anyway, you can open with Jmeter. Now, so let's go templates. So where you find templates, file, and you can see templates. Okay, just click on templates and you'll get this pop-up. So in this pop-up, we have an option to, in the drop-down, you can see, right? There's a drop-down. You can see what templates available. So just click on drop-down, you will see a lot of things are there. But as for this class, as a first time for you, you will go with the recording. Okay, it's for recording. Just click on recording and have the details like what is the configuration and where it is saying. And if you want to learn more, right, you can just go through this. These links are nothing but Jmeter website. How to do what is what, right? So simply click on create and asking, okay, what is the host you have to give and where do you want to save the output? So as of now, you can simply ignore those things, create. Otherwise, you can fill the details also. It doesn't matter whether you fill or not fill or change anything. Okay, just click on create. See, now it created some of the properties here, some of the components. So with the help of components, we can record. So otherwise, without template, what you have to do is you have to remember these components and you have to add it manual. So in Jmeter, everything is on right click add, right click add, right click add, right click add. You can't have any drop down or code. If you want to add any Jmeter component, you have to just click right click on from test plan is our main component. From that you can get everything. So right click on test plan, add, right click on like that you have to add. So till that time you are familiar, you should be using templates. Okay, so let's open Jmeter and click on no because I don't want to save this. Just click on no. Otherwise, once we're done with scripting, right, then we start on saving option. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go with the Jmeter.bat. So then file templates. In the templates, in the drop down, as of now, we'll be choosing a recording. So just go with the recording. Just click on create and click on create. Okay, now we got components. Okay, so before that, let's understand the Jmeter, the tool, the basic tool. Okay, let me click on a file new so that everything will be gone and I don't want to save. Okay, right? This is the way, right? Whenever you open Jmeter, you will see like this. So every time Jmeter will always open like this. It won't open the previous project or previous scripts. Every time it open in the blank. Got it? So the first thing is to run the script, you have to use this green play button to start or to run our scripts. When I click on start button, whatever under test plan, it will run the things. Test plan is only component is and one for each Jmeter, right? This is one Jmeter instance, right? You have only one test plan component. From the test plan, you can add all the things manually, one by one. Okay. And this is the where 0 by 0 is nothing but your total number of users by running active users by total number of users. So we'll discuss much more. And this is a time where it displays elapsed time. Elapsed time means how much time a script is taking. This is not a response time. How much time a script is taking, the elapsed time. Suppose your script is taking execution of 5 minutes, so you display 5 minutes there. And you see this exclamation mark. Once you click on this, it will display any errors here. If there is errors, right? It display the number here, 1 or 2, like that. And you click on it, it will display the errors. And if you click on this again, it will be closed. Right? So, and other options like file, open, copy the script, that's same, right? The same things here also. So other interesting part is, let's take, you might have used any other tools, right? Now it's good to the first time. For the second time, what will happen? Do you see the first time results, or the first time results will be gone? Guys, answer me. Sorry?
First time results will be gone when.
Yeah, okay. Others? What I mean, till now, whatever tools you use, whatever you saw. So when you execute second time, the results will be gone or results will be there.
Results should be there, I think.
Which tool?
Whenever we are clicking any we are adding some results tree, then only you can able to see.
No, not in Jmeter. Other tools I'm asking. Other tools, whichever you used in other tools, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So at that time, the results will be gone or results will be there.
It's gone.
Right. So in general, any other tool, no, whichever I saw, the results won't be there in the second time, because every time it is a fresh run and fresh data. But in Jmeter, it's not like that. Until unless if clear manually, the results will be there. Because why we have results is there to compare, right? The first time, or to check the responses of these things. That's why. So in Jmeter, if you don't clear the results before a second time execution, the results will be there. So till now, we'll be concentrating on the scripting part, right? Till at that time, we'll be clearing it. If you want to keep want to check the previous time results, then we'll keep it. So that's a clear option here. So before executing second time, third time, right, just click on this button to clear it. If it's required, we are comparing, then at that time, we won't do that. But till our playing the script, right, till we do recording, we'll be clearing the scripts. So in the runtime, right, if you want to stop the script, we'll use a stop button. So this will be enabled once the script starts. Okay, and you want search everything, we can use a search. Okay, yeah. Now let's go to our recording. So file, templates, recording. Just click on create. Just click on create. Okay, yeah. So now if you see, the recorder is there, and this will help us for recorder. Okay, in name itself, right, recorder. So this recorder will help us to capture the APIs. So how this recorder works? Recorder will work on the proxy concept. So do you guys know what is a proxy concept? Have you heard about it, proxy? What is a proxy?
It means server, no proxy.
Generally, whenever I say proxy means, what is that concept behind back that? So in our office, can you access your social media applications like YouTube, emails, Facebook? Are we?
No.
Depends on that. Depends on the.
But generally we can't use, right? We can't
Yes,
open.
yes.
So do you think how they're blocking it? Do you have any idea how they're blocking specific websites and how they're not blocking other websites?
Yeah, with the help of proxy itself, they'll firewall. They will.
Okay, what that firewall will do? No, basic idea, basic whatever you guys
for that particular URL, they will be blocked. IT people, yeah.
All right, yeah, particular URL, it will be blocked. So assume that we got a new social media website. So do you think they will add that website in their block list? No, right? Because
No.
you don't know, right? When we'll get new
Yes.
website, they won't keep on that. Okay, so they use some rules. They use some rules to block it. So let us understand how the proxy works, so that then it's very easy for you to understand this recorder concept. Because when you're strong with the basics, right, and you when get any issues, you are able to debug it and you can able to find solution. It's not like if I can say no, okay, this is recorder, if you do this, it will do done capture. Not like that. We should know everything from what basic perspective. Okay. So let's see. Let's understand only the proxy concept first. Forget about Jmeter everything. Okay. So I have my browser. Correct. I have internet. Internet is but where you can access anything, right? Public internet. So when I hit, let's say my company portal. That company portal, what it will go? It will go to the internet. You will get the back. There is no restriction. Right? Now when I hit YouTube, so then I won't get any response. Why? Because we have one proxy in between. What is a proxy? Your whole machine will be whatever you hit, right? Whatever you hit in your browser, they will go to first this proxy server. It won't go to internet. So this is kind of one machine, or you can say one server. So whatever you hit it, right, in our company machines, a company land or whatever base, you go to proxy server. In this server, they will have rules. Allowed or not allowed, allowed or not allowed. There could be hard coding of URLs, there could be hard coding of the rules, a lot of things are there. Then if it's allowed, it will go there and allow the response back. So how do you think this company browser or company machines, I mean, whatever you hit it, right, it will go to this proxy server. And if you take our personal laptop, no, we don't have anything. So we can go at anywhere, anything, right? So how do it is, if you go to your system, right, proxy settings, so let's go to proxy settings. If it's Windows 10 in our office machines, you go to like this, or if it's Windows 7, Windows 8, you have to go your Internet Explorer, right? I'm not sure I have Internet Explorer here. Yeah, it's called Microsoft Edge. Let's open it. Okay, I have say settings. Proxy. Yeah, so it is now in Windows 10, right? They are defaulted to this proxy, common one. But whereas Windows 7, if you are using the Windows 7 or Windows Server OS, your Internet Explorer. If you check that, you will see the proxy will be on for you and you can't change it because of your admin rights. Did you observe that anywhere? Right? So where you can't do that, because if you are do that, right, you're opening the proxy. If you are able to off the proxy, what happens? Your company whole website will go to the internet, public internet, without any restrictions. That's a bit a danger, right? So that's why you're not allowed to have admin rights. Or if you have, suppose your project demands you have to hit some other application which are not allowed, then you may get some what you call. So you got some, you have to raise some request and you'll get allowed to do that. Like that. So what is happening? Your machine, whatever you try, it is listening to this proxy server, and whatever you do, the same thing will it will capture in the proxy server and it allowing. You understood, right? This proxy server concept. So in the proxy setup, we are telling some IP here. Says if you observe, you will see the IP here, like company.proxy or something you'll see that. It means whatever you do in the machine, everything will be recorded to that proxy server. It's clear, right? The concept.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Now same concept will be using Jmeter. Let's see how they will use this. So let's take your browser. Let's take internet, and we'll have Jmeter. Now Jmeter has a proxy server. So what it will do, how it will capture the APIs means, so Jmeter will make one act as a server. Jmeter server means you will get one IP. Whenever you say any server, right, it has IP, correct? Any server, whenever you say any server, it has hosted on a machine, the machine has IP. So let's take, I have running my some server in my machine. Okay, if I go to command prompt, if I go IP config, so if we access with this link, 19.168.1.58. Correct? If you have deployed in your machine, if I get your IP, so I can access that server. Right? Same. Now, what will do Jmeter? We have to point this IP to our browser. So that whatever you do in the browser, now everything will go to this IP only. It won't go into the internet. So then Jmeter will alert his internet so that it will have the way to capture the APIs. Because browser can't say, listen, right? Okay, send traffic to Jmeter. Why to do that? Understand? Jmeter will make it a server and it has that IP. Then we'll configure that IP to browser so that browser will listen to Jmeter only. So how we'll do that? By default, you can change in the system settings here, but as of demo as a class, we'll be preferring Firefox because Firefox has own proxy setup. If you take Internet Explorer or Chrome, it will use a system proxy. So as initial concept, right, we'll be preferring Firefox only. So let's open Firefox. And we'll go to Firefox. So let's go to options or settings. So go to proxy. Right? If you see, there's a proxy options. So by default, you will be seeing no proxy or using system proxy settings. By default, in the first time if you are opening. Right? So this is where you have to give it. So to give it, we need IP, right? And we need a Jmeter server. So how will we get Jmeter server? Let's go to our Jmeter. Okay, in the recorder, right? In the recorder, let's click on start. If you see, right, the start button, nothing, don't worry about anything. Just by default, it has doublet port. Just click on start. See, now you'll get certificate. This is a Jmeter certificate. We'll discuss more about later. Just click on this. Okay. See, now your server is running. So where is Jmeter server is running? In which machine?
Our machine.
Yeah, in this machine only, right? So now if I want to access it, so then we have to go where? Have to go CMD, IP config. Sorry. IP config will get it. So in Mac, so what is the command to get IP? Swata?
Yeah, yes.
What is the command to get IP?
In Mac,
Yes.
I don't have an idea because I'm using it newly.
Achha, okay, just Google it, you'll get to know. Okay. In the Linux, we have use if config. In the Linux machines. So in the Windows, it's a IP config, right? So now, if I give you this IP, okay, and server will always run the port also. That's called this port. If I give this my IP on our port, and if I configure in our machine, right, in the browser, I will get whatever I do in our browser to my machine. Got it, right? So whoever configured the IP and port, and we got it. So what is the port number? Why you have to use port? Why can't we use only IP? So ports are nothing but individual component in a single machine, because the IPs belong to the whole machine, right? Now I want to deploy 10 servers here. Right? I want to deploy 10 servers and I have a single IP. How can I access all 10 servers? I can't access all 10 with same IP, no? That's where port will come. So ports are nothing, but in a single machine, if you want to segregate into the different servers, that's where port will come. So one server is on 888, one server is on 8080, one server is 99, whatever the port like that. Okay. So this is called port to have individual own component in a single machine. So let me click on stop again, right? Suppose when you click on start, the port is busy. I mean, if some other server is using, right, you'll get error. You won't get this screen. It says port is busy, please use other port. It means what are the number we have given here, it is using some other thing else. So we should always be careful to give a different port number. I mean, as our testing machines, right, we won't be deploying any server, so that it's not required, but you should have an idea. So here you can give any 4-digit to 5-digit port from 0000 to 9999. So let's give I will 777. Safe side, so that no other. But in a developer machine, right, they might be deploying a lot of servers in their machine. So they're using 8080, 888 like that. So in their case, they get an issue. But as our testing machines, if you're not using any servers, you can use 8080 or default 88 port.
By default, everyone the same port, 888.
By default, Jmeter will populate 888 port while creating from template. But if you create manually this recorder component, you won't get anything. From template, by default, they set it to 888.
Okay.
But you can use any port here. That's only to segregate component. Okay. Now, that's the first component in the global settings, right? Where on which port you're running. Now, second thing is test plan creation. Test plan creation nothing but your script creation, the left-hand side. Now, target controller. Target controller nothing but where do you want to save the script? We'll record APS, right? As we're discussing APS. So we need some place to save the APS. So where you'll save the APS? So you need a one component to save the APS. So by default, if you're using a template, you will get recording controller. If you see, right, recording controller option. So if you simply expand this left-hand side third group, you'll see recording controller. It means whatever you record, everything will come under this recording controller. Okay, we want to save some place. No, that's a save place, a target controller. Where do you want to save it? But if you don't want it, you can select any other option. Select thread group, right? It will create another thread group. But if I let keep use recording controller, don't do anything, right? Now, grouping. Grouping is nothing but you might be going from 5 pages, 10 pages, right? You want page-wise base segregation. Although you have 100 APS, if I want to know 50 page APS means, can you able to identify it? No, na? You can't identify it, right? That's where we have segregation. That's called grouping. So by default, we have this option, but here I would prefer add separator between groups. So it'll simply give dashes, right? Now, just click on again start and get certificate. See, the certificate generated in the bin directory. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay. Even though you don't click OK, it will go to this screen. So this screen where we help us to create the flow. Suppose I'm doing a home page recording, right? I'll give the name home page recording. And if I want to format this name, like the name scheming, transaction name means whatever you give, otherwise you want append prefix means before something or suffix means later. You can do anything, you get a formatting. Okay. So now we're done with Jmeter setup. So what we did simply, we simply started the server and given one port and we kept where do you want to save the script and how do you want to save the script? Nothing much, right? So like again, let's start from the scratch because you should be very familiar with these things. So that till you're confident, then it's very easy. Okay. So let's go to our bin location, Jmeter. It's a file, templates, the drop down, recording, create. Now just click on the recorder and give any port or keep as is. If you get any error, otherwise keep as is. And here I will select add separators. Nothing else. Just click on start. Get OK. And get it. Okay. So now currently I won't give anything. Let's see how it behaves. Okay. Now what is the port number Jmeter is running on? 8888. Correct? So now let's go to Firefox. Now here I need to go configuration. So how we'll get this page? We'll go to file, settings, Search for proxy. Okay, proxy. Okay, so here, where my Jmeter is running? In my machine, right? So I can give my IP or both browser and Jmeter on same machine. So I can give localhost. Understood, right? I can give my IP or I can give 127.0.0.1, which is default, nothing but localhost, or I can give localhost. Because both are in same machine. But if I want to capture from your machine to my machine, then I will give them my machine IP. Yeah. So what is the Jmeter port is running there?
8.
We'll give 8. Sorry, we'll give 888. If I'm running 777, I'll give that port. And you make sure you should check this option. Don't forget about this option. Because you don't know how the application will be. It could be HTTP or HTTPS. So safe side say you have to check this option. By default, you will uncheck. You have to just give check here. So that everything will be captured on this port, on this host. So simply click on OK. It means now whatever this we do or we browse in this browser. Now what will happen? Everything will go through Jmeter. Because it is tagged to this Jmeter server. Right? Let's see. So let's hit Amazon.com. Oh, we got the error. What it says did not connect, potential security issue. Now, what we just did, we just triggered Amazon.in, right? So let's go to our page. So from internet, where it will go, Amazon.go, it will go to Amazon server, correct? From Amazon server point of view, where the request is coming from? Request is coming from the Jmeter, or request is coming from browser, from Amazon point of view.
Jmeter.
It's Jmeter. So Amazon will think the request is coming from Jmeter. Correct.
Okay. Proxy. Okay.
Yeah, it's proxy, right? It
Proxy.
will go to here and it will go to here. So Amazon think, okay, the request comes from Jmeter tool. If the tool is not authorized, or tool is not famous, then main important famous applications like Google, this thing, they won't allow the data. That's where you see this error. Potential security, because they don't know trust of the tool. So if the Amazon accepted the data, assume that this could be some hacking tool. Let's say this is a hacking tool, right? Generally, people want to do hacking or people want to do illegal way of things. They can't use browsers, no? They use some tools only. Correct. So let's take Amazon things, this kind of hacking tool. If they allow the data, so what happened? Amazon data could be breached, right? So, but if you do same thing from browsers, you are not getting this. Correct. If you do from Firefox Chrome, it's in the Chrome. Did you ever see that error here in Amazon? No, right? Whenever it Amazon, we got directly. Why? Why we are not getting error in the browser? Why we are getting this tool? Because all browsers are pre-configured in the Amazon server. So if I hit Amazon.com browser, it will know, the Amazon server will know this request coming from Chrome. How it will know? Let's see. I will show you how it will be there. So if you click on any request, in the request headers, where is request headers, response headers? I'll show you. Now, if you see request header, there is called user agent. So we are sending request means what we are sending, right? We are sending user agent with this thing. So Amazon will check, okay, this request is coming from Mozilla or this request is coming from Chrome. So then only they will allow it. But for us now, okay, but for now, what is Amazon thinking? Amazon thinking it's coming from Jmeter, right? So Amazon don't know that Jmeter is a performance testing tool and it's a valid. That's why they didn't allow the blocking. Got it right? So whenever the important websites, if you see the potential security issue, they're not alert means they are not trusting it. See, sometimes you will see this error whenever you are connected to your local Wi-Fi. There is some local Wi-Fi there, right? Local distributors. When you connect, you will get those things also because that Wi-Fi is not proper one. So now how we make sure this should work? So we need to tell, right, Amazon. Okay, Amazon says that, okay, Jmeter is a platform tester, please accept it. So we have hundreds of tools like this. So how Amazon will do that for each and everyone? They can't handle it, right? They can't do the tools. That's why we have certificates. In our IT industry, right? For every tool, everything, license based, we have certificates. So certificates like valid authorization. It says, suppose if it says, right, like if it says one politician will give you a certificate, no, okay, this is a good guy, so please do some work to him. So it's like is an authoritative, so he can represent us. Same way, we have certificates which will be created by some authorities. Generally, that authority is called CA. That's one of the important authorities, CA. If CA issues a certificate for our tool and you can use that certificate with Amazon, they will accept it. But now to get certificate, to send it to Amazon, that's a very difficult process, right? Where we have to send it. Not like that. So as I told you, right, when I click on recording server button, it says one certificate generated. So if you go to your bin folder, you will see the certificate by default. See, Amazon temporary root CA certificate. This is security certificate. So by default, Jmeter is creating certificate so that anyone can use certificate to make sure it's a valid authorization. Because Jmeter will get certified from some foundation, some practice. So now how we will pass this to Amazon? We can't email them, no? Okay, so let's say use certificate with them. That's where in the browser we only will add the certificate. So in the settings, that search for certificates. Go to view certificates in the authorities, right? If you see in the authorities tab, I already in my previous classes. Now you just remove it for you, right? Delete or detrust. Okay, you will be like seeing this in the authorities tab. So now you have to add this import certificate so that browser will send the certificate data along with your application so that Amazon will accept. So let's see. Just click on simply import and you go to your bin folder. Wherever you download, right? We have that bin folder. And this thing. And it's valid for 7 days. Every 7 days, it will be recorded. I mean, it will regenerate again when you click on start recording button. Just click on it, just click on open and trust this one. Simply click on OK. Okay. Now, if I refresh Amazon.com, see, now if I do it, see, we got the data. So now we won't get error because now Amazon is sending, browser is sending along with the data of certificate. So from where to where? So from here, this request, right? Now Jmeter has certificate information also. That's why Amazon allowed it. See, because Jmeter is responsible, right, to create certificate so that everyone can trust it. So whenever you're getting those type of errors in the recording, you should add certificate. Without certificates, I mean, sometimes some application will work. Some applications may want because based on how the application has they design the security levels. If they're allowing the data from all and every request, then it's allowable. But if they're not, we have to add a certificate. So what we did now simply, we just started the server and we triggered the Amazon and we got some error due to the unauthorization, validity. So what we did in the settings, we added certificates, where we did that, and then we got the response. Now, if I see the things right, then what could happen? See, now I hit Amazon.com and I got response back here. So it means I have Jmeter should have captured those Amazon APIs, correct? So let's go to Jmeter and where on which component I asked to save the APIs? In which component?
Controller.
In the recording controller. So let's go to recording controller, left-hand side. See, all the Jmeter scripting will be on the left-hand side only. Okay, let's go expand this. And if you see recording controller, see all the APIs are recorded. So each call represents each API. If you see HTTP request, this is each call is an API. So I haven't given any names, right, in the transaction name, everything. That's why by default it will add the numbers. If you don't give anything, see. Now let's go to again. Let's hit some pages. Do refresh. See, it is adding 487. Okay, let's add customer service. If you see, right, 492, 4503. See, it's capturing. Whatever that page is doing, it'll be capturing all those things. Okay, so let's give the name. Let's give home page. Okay, now let's click on sell. If you see here now, see, home page 516, home page 517. Which one is it? This numbers or this one? So it's always advisable to use transaction name so that we can figure it out. Suppose now what I'm doing, let me click on gift session. So what I will do, I'll say gift space. Where is the gifts? Okay, let's get right. So then now we have, see, gift space data, gift space, so that we can easily remember the pages. So that we can, whenever we're going to debug, right, whenever we get issues, we'll know what is thing. And if you see the dashes now, these dashes. So whenever we're changing page wise page, the dash is adding automatically. So it means in our recording controller, this is a case. Add separator between groups. Where this helps us to create it. So you can use the transaction controller name here also, Anywhere is same. Whatever you do, it will update here, whatever you update, it will update here. Okay. So once you're done with the script, you'll stop with the recording. Okay. Once you stop means what happened? What we did here, we stopped the Jmeter server. Okay. So now if I open a Flipkart, whether I will get data or not. If I open flipkart.com, whether I'll get data or not.
No. We will not get.
Okay. Whatever others will get data or not.
No.
Okay. Tejasvi?
Will be not getting.
Suresh?
Yes, not getting.
Yeah. Why we are not getting the data?
You need to add certificate, no?
No.
The
Others?
proxy is on.
Yeah. So proxy is off. So it means now browser is trying to hit and there is no place to handle it. Right? This is off. Where it will go? The request where it will go. Ideally, if it is not off, if it is internet, it will go. But now we tag to only proxy only, right? We haven't disabled the settings. So this is off. So it won't. I mean, there is no place to go the request. So if I hit flipkart.com, see, proxy server is refusing connections. Browser is sending the data. And proxy is not off, not receiving because it's off. So now how we can make sure it should work? So what we have to do? We have to go to our settings in the proxy because we're done with the recording. Right? So let's go to the proxy in the settings and simply no proxy. Just click on OK. Now, what does it mean? No proxy means? It means it will lightly go to the internet. So now if I open flipkart.com, so you got the data. It's clear, right?
Yes.
Why it was not before, why it's not after. So the same proxy is using Jmeter to capture the APIs. Okay. So once you stop the recording script here, we have to save the script immediately. Because otherwise, told you right, if something won't happen, if this command prompt is closed, or if your system got shut down, if you don't save, you will be losing the scripts and you have to record the script again. How to save? Just click on save button. Now it lost the location. Okay. So as a dummy script, I'll just keep and you have to give the name. So let's say Amazon one something dot JMX. If you see, right, JMX is a Jmeter script extension file. Okay, whenever you see any file with .jmx extension, it's a JMX file. Just click on save. Let's click on your batch. Okay, just click on save. Now, if you see the location in the top up here where the script is located, saved. Now, if I open the script, let's go to your folder. Okay, if I open the script in the Notepad++, you will see XML format. See, everything in XML. Whatever you're seeing here now, the UI, same thing in the backend here. XML format. So Jmeter script extension is .jmx and where it uses the XML format. Okay, so you have to remember the .jmx and you can't tamper this JMX by using Notepad. Otherwise, your Jmeter won't load it properly. So it's always advisable to use in the Jmeter. So this is JMX extension. Okay, it's clear, right?
Yes.
So what we did, we just recorded and we added a proxy, we added certificate. Okay, I'm stopping the recording.